Hello and welcome to Using Patterns in Art, filling in sections with patterns. So last week in art class we were looking at patterns and we learned how to make them. We see here we've got horizontal lines, vertical lines, crisscross lines, wavy lines, zigzag, and diagonal lines. And if you were feeling fancy last week, you might have combined your patterns together to make some compound ones. Well, we're going to try and use those skills we developed to fill in a picture of our hand. What you'll need for this project is a pencil, a marker, a piece of paper, and maybe something to color with if you want. So go ahead and get your stuff and meet me back here. Now that you have your stuff, we're going to start by tracing our hand. So go ahead and put your hand in the middle of the paper and spread out your fingers. When you trace around your hand, you're going to go kind of slow. And notice my eraser stays almost straight up the whole time. My pencil is vertical the whole time, and I keep my pencil touching the side of my hand and fingers as it goes around. If you try to rush this, it won't turn out as good as you want, so I would recommend going nice and slow. Once you have a tracing of your hand, you can use your marker to outline it, or you can just go ahead with your pencil. It's up to you. I'm going to use my marker to outline my hand right now. And again, going slow is the best way to do it on this. If you try to go too fast, it could mess you up. So try to take your time, take deep breaths, and enjoy tracing your hand. There's a little spot there. I had something under my paper. Make sure your area is nice and clean before you get started, right? That way, little things like that don't happen. That's okay. You can still use it. I'm going to finish tracing all the lines. Go around my hand, my fingers. Alright, now I've got my outline. I'm going to divide my hand into sections. Watch how I do that. I'm just going to make some lines that come straight down, and it's going to divide my hand into little parts. I don't want my whole hand to look the same. I want it to look different. Now, your lines don't have to be the same as mine, but this is an easy way to do it. First, I'm going to use some vertical lines to fill in my thumb. So let's start with the thumb. Now I'm going ahead and using my marker, but for you, if you want to start with a pencil in case you mess up, that's fine too. Next, I'm going to use wavy lines. The wavy lines, I'm going to fill in my index finger here. Doing the same line over and over again. I can feel it relaxing me right now. Very relaxing. Next, I have crisscross lines. I'm going to fill in my next finger with crisscross lines. I'm going to start with vertical lines. Remember, vertical is up and down. Then I come in with my horizontal lines. Side to side lines, horizontal. And what do I end up with? That's right, crisscross pattern. Next, I'm going to use my zigzag lines. Remember, these are pointy on the top and the bottom. Take your time with this. You don't have to go as fast as me. Alright, and now last I'm going to use diagonal lines to fill in my last section, my last finger here. And let's see, I'm going to start in the middle of my empty space there. Sometimes it's easier if you just start right in the middle. There's my diagonal lines. So next, if you want to add some extra details, I'm going to show you how to do a couple things like that now. Remember, we used dots last time to fill in spaces between some of our lines, so I'm going to do that again with my vertical lines, make them a little more interesting. And I'm going to do what I did last time with my diagonal lines. I'm going to come in with diagonal lines that come the other way and create crisscrossed diagonal lines, or crosshatch diagonal lines. And this might take a minute. Don't get discouraged. Let's go until it's all full. There we go. Now yours might not end up looking exactly like mine. It could look different. You could make up your own patterns. That's fine too. Or you might even want to color in your patterns. I decided to give one of my hands a color job, so here we go. You don't have to make yours look like mine. This is optional, but this is what I ended up with. So I hope you have fun with this activity, using those patterns that we learned last week and taking it a step further. And I hope you end up with something that you like. So in the end, I hope you have a lot of fun. Take a picture of your work and put it in assignments, and I can't wait to see what you make. Bye for now.